Hey, I'm Carmel Holt, and welcome to SHEROES Radio. This is where you'll hear something you may not even be aware you're missing. Women's voices in song and conversation. In radio, the vast majority of songs you'll hear in any given hour will be by a man or a male-led band on shows primarily hosted by men. So each week, we give you an hour of radio with a diverse playlist that turns up the volume of female-identifying voices across genres and generations. We celebrate the trailblazers and the visionaries. And as Gloria Steinem said, you can't empower women without listening to their stories. So each week, we'll feature an interview with an artist to hear their experiences and unique insights. This radio revolution starts now.
straight line, out of space, out of time, looking for the sign, out of sight, out of mind.
Brand new from Cirque des Yeux, that's Dogma on SHEROES Radio, and wishing Willow Smith a very happy birthday coming up on Halloween, and a track from her new album, Lately I Feel Everything. That was Transparent Soul. Welcome to another edition of SHEROES Radio. I'm your host, Carmel Holt. So great to see you as always as we turn up the volume of women's voices in song and conversation for a full hour. This week's Shero interview is with the iconic Tori Amos, and that conversation is coming up in just about 10 minutes time. Right now, another birthday to celebrate, as well as a new album. Courtney Barnett is going to be 34 on November 3rd, just days before her new one, Things Take Time, arrives on November 12th. From that new album, this is Write a List of Things to Look Forward to. It's new Courtney Barnett on SHEROES Radio.
Trying, and so on it goes.
This week's show is full of Shero birthdays, making sure to wish Katie Lang a happy 60th on November 2nd, which is just a day before Courtney Barnett's, and we heard write a list of things to look forward to. We can put her new album, Things Take Time, on that list, as well as an upcoming interview we'll have for you on November 12th with Courtney. Next, we're going to get to this week's Shero conversation. It's with Tori Amos when Sheroes Radio continues. Hey, it's Carmel Holt. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Sheroes Radio. Hope you're digging it. While I have you here, there's a few ways that you can be our Shero or Shero ally. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Sheroes Radio. And whenever you can, help me spread the word by retweeting or sharing this show with friends. Sheroes Radio is a totally independent, woman-powered production that relies on the generosity of listeners like you. So please consider making a donation to help us continue to turn up the volume of female-identifying voices on the airwaves and in the music industry. Go to SheroesRadio.com and click on Donate. Thanks for your support. Now back to the show. You're listening to Sheroes Radio, and I'm Carmel Holt. Tori Amos was a classically trained child prodigy who started playing piano at age 2 and by age 5 became the youngest person ever to be admitted into the Peabody Institute in Baltimore. The daughter of a minister, popular music wasn't allowed in the house, but it found its way to her anyhow, as did a somewhat rebellious nature, and by age 11, she was expelled from the conservatory. She began playing gigs at piano bars in Washington throughout her teens before moving to Los Angeles in her early 20s to pursue a career as a musician. She landed a record deal with Atlantic Records with her first project, a synth pop band called Why Can't Tori Read? And they put out their debut in 1988. It was not commercially successful, but just a few short years later, in 1992, Tori Amos's now legendary solo debut, Little Earthquakes, arrived, and with it, the start of a now 3-decade career. From the outset, Tori Amos has always been an outspoken feminist and an advocate for women's equality in music, as well as the first and ongoing national spokesperson for RAINN, the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. Tori's creativity has expanded to write a musical and 2 memoirs, including the 2020 book, Resistance. Now, Tori Amos is back with her 16th studio album, Ocean to Ocean, which we celebrate this week on Sheroes Radio. Tori Amos, welcome to Sheroes Radio. So good to see you. Thanks for doing this.
Great to hear you, Carmel.
Congratulations on this new album, Ocean to Ocean, your 16th studio album, and we're celebrating it this week on Sheroes. I'm so happy to be part of release week for you.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling about the album now that it's done and out to the world?
Well, honestly, I'm in a good space about it because the words divorce were on husband's lips almost daily when I was still writing while we were mixing. So I took this one really down to the wire, closer than I've ever done before. But that's because I threw out a whole record that I was writing. And January 2021, we don't need to go over what happened as Americans. We all know what happened. And by the end of January, sooner than that, I realized the songs I had been writing, they weren't going to take me to the place I needed to go. I needed to go to an elixir of magic and possibility, and I wanted to get away from discord. And so I knew I had to surrender and say goodbye to those songs for now and be open to something else. And that was really the beginning, and I'm looking forward to people hearing it.
Where did the album begin then musically?
Well, I guess the first song that was finished that you hear on the record is Metal, Water, Wood. I was trying to fight this despondency. I think it was several things that had created it. The third lockdown here in the UK was quite severe. And after just, again, the disparity and the arguing that had gone on in the States with friends and family and just different viewpoints, I couldn't be part of that anymore. It wasn't working for me. And so Meadow Water Wood was really about fighting this sadness where I found myself in. So I looked to the great fighter Bruce Lee for some advice. And his advice was something I did not expect, Carmel. I was expecting something different. And I got, be like water. And so for a little arsonist, emotional arsonist, that was mind-blowing.
Be like water. What did that mean to you?
Well, it got me out of my chair. Mother grizzly bear kind of hibernating in that January time, and out of that chair into nature. And there was a sense of fluidity where I needed to be more part of the elements, and I needed to be working with them, learning from them, surrendering to them, being inspired by them, and the biggest thing, listening to them.
You found me, burning, burning in despair. You said then, I know, dear, it has been oh brutal here. Take my shattered dreams, wash them away, out with the tide. Take these shattered dreams of mine, wash them away with the tide. Metal water wood. Be like water.
Tori Amos, our guest today on SHEROES Radio. The new album is called Ocean to Ocean. It's album 16 and the follow-up to 2017's Native Invader. So what an action-packed 4 years between records. You've alluded to what was going on politically that influenced this album. What was going on for you emotionally? If you could bracket that 4-year period that led to this collection, where are you?
I asked myself that a lot over the last year. Where am I? I think I'm a different person than when the pandemic started, like so many people. Perhaps I was going too fast. I had a book tour lined up in 2020 and was going to be touring in October 2020 before the presidential election. So that schedule was quite on the fast track. But I've never missed a date yet, so I thought it was possible. Looking back now, I don't know if it would have been possible physically and energy-wise, but that was taken off the table because of COVID and what we all then have experienced. So I guess I started to think about how do I want to live my life and what energy do I want to be in and what can I offer up and what do I want to share with people. And I wrote a book, Resistance, which was about resisting tyranny and the idea of inequality, resisting that, not being groomed into those concepts, even if they try and make it look sexy and you're going to get something. And it's sort of like, I don't know, the idea of a lottery, how it gets seductive of you could be that person that wins this. I never win anything. So why buy that ticket? No. So therefore, I wanted to write a record that took us into a place of magic because I really needed magic.
Don't we all? It was interesting, too, to do some looking back of my own into your catalog and really take stock with fresh eyes. Each album progressively has had its own voice, its own message or collection of messages, and speaks to a different aspect of the female experience and your experience. Within that lens, where would you put Ocean to Ocean?
Wow. Well, all the records, what you need to know first is that it's pouring down rain. The gales are blowing in Cornwall. We're having a huge rainstorm. So if you're hearing something, you're hearing Mother Nature. You're hearing the rain. She's our underscore. She's underscoring us, which for Ocean to Ocean, I think is really, there she is. She just shows up. Thank you, muses. So it's Cornish rain.
And we're under the full moon.
Yeah, yay. And so I guess where this ocean sits for me is, wow, within a catalog of fire and water and the elements, all the records are exploring different elements, different goddesses, different issues that we as women experience, whether it's coming to terms with miscarriage, feeling the loss of miscarriage, fighting the patriarchy or the boys' club for equality within our field as artists, which goes back to Boys for Pele and what some of that's about. So, the records have been exploring different aspects of all these things. And sometimes I find myself in a despondent place. And that's why this time, when the muses kind of said to me, okay, so you're turning your back on these songs that you've written for a record that's not going to happen because it's not taking you where you want to go. But you have to, Tori, look at where you are. And where you are is in a dark night of the soul place. You're questioning everything. You're questioning the world you want to be part of, the frequency you want to deliver to the world, the message you want to give, the woman you are, the mother you are, the wife you are, the daughter you are. All those things you're questioning. What changes do you want to make? So start with where you are, which is on your knees. You're on your knees here. So let's write from that place. Let's start from there. You did this on Little Earthquakes. You've done this at different times in your life when you've gone through tragedy, personal tragedy. So you need to write from that place and write yourself out of your own private little hell.
Would you say that this is your most personal collection of songs in a while?
Well, I guess because I couldn't take a pilgrimage, the characters, they aren't people that I've met out on the road. Most of the characters in the story are my niece, my husband, metaphorical, the patriarchy there in Devil's Bane, and people that groom you, that groom the way you think, and possibly get you to turn your back on your beliefs, whether through its disinformation or conspiracies or whatever it is. Devil's Bane is very much investigating that world. So in a way, yeah, I didn't have a lot of exposure to human people while I wrote Ocean to Ocean. I had more exposure to nature and the elements and to my imagination and to trees, actually. I was closer to trees than humans over the last many, many months.
Shot of tequila, I keep walking. I let it pass that diabolical trail. Yes, I have to run from that devil's bane. I barely survived, barely turned out with my life. Shine, shine, he's screaming at me. Shine, shine, thinking I'd let you live.
Devil's Bane from Ocean to Ocean and by Tori Amos, and definitely one of my favorite songs. Thank you for bringing that one up. You talk about your muses a lot, and I'd love to hear you expand on that for us. Who are your muses? How do they appear to you?
They've been coming to me since I can remember. I don't remember a time really without this, I don't know, sparkle, this force that feels different than when I'm on my own. When I'm on my own, doing my practicing or whatever it's been through the years and figuring things out, I still, go to the woodshed, as they say, as a piano player and work things out and work on my fingering more when I was younger than as I got older. But I spent many years doing that. And I know the difference when I'm on my own and I'm noodling, and then when they come in. And when they come in, it's a very different experience, Carmel. And I don't know, It's hard to describe, but it makes me believe in things that I can't explain. So as a minister's daughter, I was really taught that you believe in heaven. It's sort of concretized. It's this place where, people go and pictures are painted of it in our minds. And I thought, I don't know about that one. But I do know that the muses are real. I know that because I know what I can write on my own. And I know what happens when they arrive. And they test me and push me, and it becomes collaborative, and they show me things, whether it's colors or pictures or a myth or whatever it is. And they take me to that place, and my heart's racing, and it's like, wow, it's indescribable. Even when they come at my age now, when they waltz through, and husband's like, when are they coming? It's not like I can arrange a time. So, of course, they're a bit cheeky, and they show up at the most inopportune time sometimes, middle of the night, whenever. You're just going, okay, here they are. They're here now. And so whenever that is, and then I'm racing to find a place to write something down that they're downloading me, whether I'm at dinner somewhere or, anywhere, they can just show up. So that's the relationship. And they can be tough teachers. They don't always give it in a whole song. Sometimes it's a 2-bar phrase and you have to figure it out. But okay, they're leading me somewhere and I want to find out where they want to take me.
I wanted to talk about the song 29 Years. It hit me really hard, and then I realized it was bringing me back to Me and a Gun. I was wondering if there was any kind of a connection.
29 years is about a lot of things, and it should take you back to Me and a Gun. 29 is really exploring what happens to a girl called Medusa. What happens to her when she gets raped in Athena's temple? And Athena gives Poseidon a hall pass, forgives him, and punishes Medusa and turns her into a gorgon. So we're not always these damaged people. We're not always that way. Some people face assault at a very, very early age, or bullying or trauma at an early age, whether it's verbal trauma, whatever it is. And they then are having to figure out, am I reacting? Am I making choices from my damaged self? Or am I making choices from the self that acknowledges that and has worked through it and might be working through it till the day the aliens take me off the planet? So we're always working through things. I'm not saying there's a resolve to someone's trauma, because I wouldn't belittle it in that way. I don't think it's that simple. I think there are aspects that come up at different times and we get triggered, as we all know. And so 29 years is really looking at that, and can we break those patterns and consciously? But sometimes the malevolent witch, not the benevolent witch as we come up to Halloween, but the one that is self-destructive, walks in and takes over my body. And I start doing things where, you think, why am I making this choice? Why am I doing this? Because by doing this, Carmel, what I'm doing is pulling towards me the thing I don't want to happen, which is destructiveness. I don't want to burn my life down. I don't want to tear it apart. But sometimes we do things and we push everybody away from us.
I've been searching for you 29 years. You are most elusive truth. Please tell bits of me. I've been piecing for 29 years.
You mentioned the goddess Kali, not in this song. Isn't that in Edition of Light Divided?
Yes, it is, yes.
Okay. So you mentioned Kali, the goddess of destruction, and I was thinking how much that is themed throughout this record is destruction and creation out of destruction. I mean, it's the two sides of the same coin.
That's right. It's the cyclical. And I was talking to one of my dear friends, Kavita Kaul, who's British Indian, and she believes that the West doesn't really investigate Kali in her complete aspect. And we were talking about this a lot during the summer when I was writing Edition, and how I was focusing on Kali's bloodletting side, the destroyer. And she said, but it's very, very important to look at sometimes we have to surrender things that aren't working anymore and really let them die so that something else can come into our lives, or there's a regeneration, or just a birthing, not a rebirth possibly, but a birth. Even if you're in your 50s, a birth. And so that was really something that I felt Edition needed, because that song was very, very inspired by somebody who was talking to me about feeling broken, going through the pandemic in New York. My niece has given me permission to talk about what we shared through FaceTime on this experience on either side of the Atlantic, from each side of the ocean. And we were going through similar things. She's 29 and I'm 58, and how our experiences were being shared.
She said, I am hurt. Love is lost and frozen. Pray that I don't stay feeling broken, feeling broken. I woke up in an airplane to my leaky dream. I woke up in an airplane to my leaky dream.
Edition of Light Divided, the lead track off the new Tori Amos album, Ocean to Ocean. If you're just joining us, Tori Amos is our guest this week on SHEROES Radio. I'm Carmel Holt. I'm thinking about this idea of the duality of creation and destruction, and things finding balance again and breaking down to build back up. And even the fact that the book tour was stopped. You had to stop. We all had to stop. And then the beautiful creation that was born out of that in Ocean to Ocean.
You know, the duality became clearer as the songs were being recorded and watching them come alive to my ears, and kind of realizing these songs live in their own world together. And I had to leave behind a certain side of myself that had been fighting in a certain way. I've been fighting the last 4 years, like a lot of people, in a certain way. And that might have been effective at the time. I think it's close, but it's what I knew how to do. I won't make excuses for it. It's how I knew how to create. And the book Resistance was really resistance against tyranny, and honoring, of course, as you know, the French Resistance and what they did in the 40s to fight against tyranny. But that word can be a pejorative when you are resisting stepping into your next phase.
Yes.
That it can become something that takes you down a negative rabbit hole. And I'm not here to denigrate rabbits, but you know, at the same time, resisting tyranny is not a pejorative. To me, it's active. It's different than Bruce Lee, be like water, but in some way, what does that push-pull mean? There is something when we pull back on a beat, and then we push forward on a beat, and push it, and then pull it back. There's a tension of the opposites that can happen that gets us then in the dance. Then we're in something. Then we're in something that feels, okay, this can go anywhere, which is what you and I've been experiencing, is we can go anywhere. And if I can allow myself to be in that place instead of stuck, that it has to be the songs I've written since 2017, and I've put all this time into it, and that's the next record. But then, as you know, book tour, nope. We did a virtual, but not the same. Record off the table, tour, canceled, kicked down the road. Then you're holding your hands up going, really? I mean, really? What do you want from me? And then it's like, Tori, you're not the only one going through the pandemic. Jesus. I mean, I'm drowning in a foot of water here. Come on, as my friend would say.
Tori Amos is our guest today on SHEROES Radio. The new album is Ocean to Ocean. I'm Carmel Holt. It's been so great to spend time with you, and we could talk all day. I'm going to have to let you go, but before we do, I would love for you to pick a song off the new album.
Oh, I want you to pick. You pick.
Well, I'm going to have to go Spies.
Nice.
Tell us about Spies.
Spies. My daughter texting me in the middle of the night, Mom, these bloody bats. What's happening? And oh my goodness, we're in this old farmhouse here in the middle of, nowhere in farm country. It's old, old, old. There's no air conditioning. I need you to just step into this reality with me. It's actually hot in July in England this past year. And so they're coming in, I think, for water. But they find Tash in her room, and she's running through the house, and she's 20 at the time, so she gets downstairs and says, I'm not leaving, in her way. And so for 10 days, we can't get her back into her room at night. So I thought, okay, we need a lullaby that's not for 6-year-old, but that's about benevolent creatures from Cornwall to London that are stalking the scheming meanies and keeping them away from even the big children so they can go to sleep at night.
Knowing this may help you make it through the night on lullaby. Knowing this may help you to open up your eyes. Spies.
Tori Amos, thank you so much for joining us today on SHEROES Radio. It has been awesome to hang out with you.
Thanks, Carmel. Mwah.
Everywhere from here to
Massive thanks once again to Tori Amos for being with us this week on SHEROES Radio. Her new album, Ocean to Ocean, is available now on Decca Records. Next, we wrap up the show with the guest DJ pick from this week's Radio Shero, Alicia Sweeney from Indie 102.3 in Denver, when SHEROES Radio continues.
you see an art vacumba underground. Then on the bridge, under the tower, in spider dashes with a plaid umbrella. It seems he's just a well-dressed fella.
Hey, it's Carmel Holt here. Have you explored the SHEROES Radio website yet? Catch up on past episodes, find the weekly schedule of where the show is airing, and go to the Links We Love page to find out more about other amazing organizations supporting and promoting women in music and providing resources for female-identifying individuals in the industry. Knowledge is power, and the more we work together to educate each other about issues of gender minorities, the more we can build a more inclusive and diverse space in music. And that's good for everyone. Go to SHEROESradio.com to learn more and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SHEROES Radio. Thank you for helping us to turn up the volume. Now, back to the show. It's SHEROES Radio, and I'm Carmel Holt. Very excited about this new album from Azniv Korkisian, a.k.a. Bedouin. The Syrian-American artist is back with her third collection. It's called Waysides. This is The Solitude. New Bedouin on SHEROES Radio.
I never viewed the
Sometimes the silence can be cruel. I wait alone, hear the neighbor's phone. Your keys are swinging on the rack. We're hanging here till you get back. Moments alone, uninterfered, can be so sweet, but it's awfully weird when, baby, you're gone. The night's so quiet. Dinner table, it's lopsided. Too many pillows, too big a bed. Can't decide where to lay my head. And when you're gone, my mind's divided. Every choice left undecided. I tend to linger, I drag my feet. Stillness is bittersweet. There's no denying I'm trying something will never change. A fool couldn't ask for more. I lost my cool, it's so easy to do. But baby, when you're gone, the night's so quiet. Dinner table, it's one-sided. Too many pillows, too big a bed. Can't decide where to lay my head. And when you're gone, my mind's divided. Every choice left undecided. I tend to linger, I drag my feet. Stillness is bittersweet. There's no denying I'm trying something will never change. Never change. In the morning on the train, sit, stare out at the rain, or bury yourself in your books. Don't look at no strangers, no, don't give them any looks. Well, you ask yourself why you're so afraid, why you hesitate when someone asks your name, but they'll come too close if you tell them the truth. Who's to say they want something from you? But you're just a shell of your former you. That stranger in the mirror. Oh, there's
Another Halloween birthday to celebrate this week. Johanna Soderberg of First Aid Kit. And there's Blue on Sheroes Radio. And brand new from Bedouin, a track called The Solitude from her third album, Waysides. It is Sheroes Radio. I'm Carmel Holt. Now, every week I love to close the show by turning the mic and the music over to a fellow radio Shero, another femme on the mic from an affiliate station. This week I turn it over to my pal Alicia Sweeney from Indie 1023 in Denver.
Hi, Carmel. Thanks for having me back. My current musical Shero is singer-songwriter Caroline Polachek, who returned in summer of 2021 with a banger that I keep coming back to. In fact, over the years, her music is always something that I've come back to. Folks might know her from Chairlift or Ramona Lisa, and recording under her own name is really where I vibe with her. Caroline's single, Bunny is a Rider, is, as she says, a song about being unavailable. Like, yeah, maybe I'll be there, but also it's okay to be elusive and follow your own path and not have to tell others. A song to take back control, as I see it. Plus, there's a whistle in it that I cannot promise you won't be following. The music and lyrics melt together, make me feel empowered and ready for anything. I vibe with this so hard. Here's Bunny is a Rider.
Bunny is a rider, saddle I can find her. No sympathy, ain't nothing for free. Bunny is a rider, saddle I can find her. No sympathy, ain't nothing for free. Bunny is a rider, no sympathy, ain't nothing. Bunny is a rider, saddle I can find her. No sympathy, but I'm so non-physical. I do feel like a lady. I do, fireworks blazing. I do, heart isn't breaking. I do, but don't drop my name. Bunny is a rider, saddle I can find her. No sympathy, ain't nothing for free. Bunny here's a rider, giddy up, can't find her. No sympathy, ain't nothing for free. Dirty like a birthday, tryna wet that palette. Then you cut that track, crush that rag, run down to Dion. A1 on a Thursday, tryna go ask Alice, tryna catch that rabbit. But I'm so non-physical.
Super cool guest DJ pick from this week's Radio Shero, Alicia Sweeney of affiliate station Indie 1023 in Denver, who gave us Caroline Polachek and Bunny is a Rider. Thanks for that. And that does it for this week's Sheroes Radio. Thanks so much for tuning in wherever you may be listening. Together, let's keep turning up the volume. Sheroes Radio is produced by me and my co-producer Dana Winston with production assistance from Emma Philippos. Our original theme music is by Lucius. For more on Sheroes Radio, please visit SheroesRadio.com. Catch up on past episodes. You can find Spotify playlists, and also please do support the show in our Sheroes shop. There's t-shirts, tote bags, and more. And keep in touch on Instagram and Twitter at Sheroes Radio. Until next time, remember, music is our superpower. I'm Carmel Holt. Thanks for listening.